Well, we are officially halfway through the inaugural Australian Championship competition, halfway through the group phase, we should say. We'd love to hear from you guys. What are you making of this tournament so far? Are you enjoying it? Which teams have really impressed you? Who do you think is going to go all the way and win this competition? We're going to take a look at the group standings halfway through this group stage and also highlight some key matches that have been really exciting. Some great matches over the past few weeks, and we'd love to hear from you guys as well. Which matches have excited you the most? Because there's been some really thrilling encounters and some players who have really stepped up on this national stage, and that's the great thing about this tournament. It's been broadcast on SBS, basically free for everyone in Australia to watch. It's been, I think, a really good success. The attendance numbers have been strong as well, so there's a lot of reasons to be excited about the Australian Championship. Taking a look at Group A first of all, South Melbourne, top of the group, 9 points. They have a 6-point lead. It's been a really strong campaign from South Melbourne in the championship, which is big for them because we know in NPL Victoria this past year they didn't have the best campaign. They were sort of down towards the bottom of the ladder, but here in the championship, South Melbourne showing their strength. And as we know, this is a club with such a rich history, +4 on the goal difference there. So they are surely looking likely to go through now to the knockout phase. Sydney Olympic, Broadmeadow Magic, Moreton City Excelsior, all currently on 3 points. So it's really neck and neck between those three teams in regards to who goes through. There's been some mixed results for all of those teams. I mean, Sydney Olympic, they've got a lot of A-League experience in that side, but Broadmeadow Magic, Moreton City Excelsior, we're expecting a lot from those two teams in the remaining rounds as well. Looking at Group B, I mean, there was a lot of expectation, obviously, on Heidelberg United heading into this competition, making it to the final of the Australia Cup this year, also champions in NPL Victoria. So they're certainly standing out as one of the favourites heading into this competition, and they are currently proving that so far. They've got 9 points. They are +9 on the goal difference. That's thanks to a big win against South Hobart recently. Marconi Stallions are in second place as it stands, 6 points. Wollongong Wolves are there. And South Hobart, unfortunately for them, have struggled in this tournament so far, losing all 3 of their games. But quite a fascinating group there. I think we all expected Heidelberg United to be probably the strongest team in this group, but Marconi Stallions, Wollongong Wolves, I mean, Wolves, again, they're a team with a bit of experience in that side as well, so you'd imagine they'll really be pushing in these last 3 games against Marconi Stallions. There you got 2 sort of New South Wales rivals who might be competing for that second place in Group B. Let's take a look at the next 2 groups as well. Group C sees Avondale currently sitting on top, level on points though with NWS Spirit, interestingly enough, both on 5 points, so no one really making a breakaway lead, you know what I mean, in Group C there. Canberra, Croatia on 3 points. Preston Lions, who maybe some of us expected to be strong in this competition, down there on 2 points, currently bottom of Group C, but it's all to play for. I mean, you look at those first 2 groups that we looked at, there's some really big gaps there. But here in Group C, only 3 points separate first place and last place. So this is a group to really keep an eye on for the next 3 weeks of the group stage. It could completely flip. We don't know. It's been so competitive, this group. So that's certainly one to watch. And then Group D, Bayswater City, currently top of that group with 7 points. They've been impressive in this tournament. West Apia are in second place with 6 points. Metro Stars and then Sydney United 58. I think they'll be disappointed sitting bottom there with just 1 point after 3 games. So again, so much to sort of talk about there. Already some surprises that we are maybe seeing emerge halfway through this group stage. But let's highlight some games that have been really fun to watch over the first few weeks. We do have to highlight that first game of the competition. It was a really entertaining clash between South Melbourne and Sydney Olympic. A 3-2 win to South Melbourne in the end. Some cracking goals in this game. Ali Ogla with a fantastic strike for Sydney Olympic. But South Melbourne got the win there on a very historic night for this competition to get it underway. Some great matches as well in that round 1. That opening weekend was really entertaining. Broadmeadow Magic taking on Moreton City Excelsior. And this one went down all the way to the wire. And it was a late penalty for Moreton City Excelsior, the Queensland club, who got the win here away to Broadmeadow Magic, breaking the hearts there of Broadmeadow Magic fans. So a big win there for the Queensland club. West Apia, a 4-0 victory over Sydney United 58. This was in round 2. This was a highly anticipated fixture, played at Leichhardt Oval. Good crowd in attendance for this one. But West Apia showing their quality, showing their class in this game to defeat their Sydney rivals here in Sydney United 58. But a 4-0 scoreline. I mean, I mean, we're expecting West Apia to be strong in this competition, but a big 4-0 win there against their Sydney rivals. Huge victory there for West Apia. They've been good in this tournament so far. Canberra, Croatia. They picked up an impressive 3-2 win against Preston Lions as well in round 2. That was another big statement victory for Canberra, Croatia, who are maybe heading into this tournament with not many people necessarily, highlighting them as one of the standout teams to really watch for in this tournament. But they are stepping up as maybe a contender to really push into the knockout phase this season. And then NWS Spirit 3, Avondale 3, of course, have to highlight this match as well. It's great to see Bruno Fornaroli, former Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, Perth Glory striker, now playing for Avondale FC here in the championship. He's been getting on the score sheet for Avondale, and a 3-3 scoreline. Certainly an entertaining match there as NWS Spirit and Avondale played out a 3-3 draw. And then Heidelberg United 6, South Hobart 1. This was just from this past round, and this was, Heidelberg were already looking good in this tournament. But this result just sort of cemented it as they are maybe the favourites to go on and win this thing. A 6-1 win, disappointing for South Hobart, who, again, as we saw, haven't won a game so far in this tournament. 3 losses. Hopefully they can turn it around and maybe be a little bit more competitive in the upcoming games and get some results. But a 6-1 win, the Australia Cup finals here. Heidelberg United showing their quality. A really, really impressive 3 games that has been so far for Heidelberg United. And you imagine from here out that surely they don't drop their level. They have to try and maintain it from here on out. And if they do, they're going to be really, really tough to stop. Just like what we saw in the Australia Cup, man. That incredible run that they went on where they're just defeating everyone all the way up into the final. Heidelberg United, they could be one of those teams there on final day. Bayswater City also picked up a big victory this past Sunday against West Apia. This was, again, another big statement victory, I thought, as well, because West Apia, as we saw earlier, grabbed that big 4-0 victory in round 2 against Sydney United 58. Heading over to Western Australia to take on Bayswater City and the home side there, holding on for that 1-0 victory, keeping the clean sheet as well against West Apia. And again, they are standing out as a real dangerous team to watch with some of these big, maybe surprise results in the Australian Championship. And they are representing Western Australia here on the national stage. So well done to Bayswater City, who have been impressive in this tournament. It's been a really, really fun watch so far at the Australian Championship. Again, one more look at the group stages here. In terms of my picks to go through from here, I think we're looking at South Melbourne and Heidelberg United in Group A and Group B respectively to go through. Aside from that, Marconi Stallions have impressed me. They've looked good in those couple home games that they've had recently, grabbing some big score lines there. In Group A, again, it's really open. I think Sydney Olympic might get through. As I mentioned earlier, they have a little bit of A-League experience in that squad. But hey, Broadmeadow Magic, Moreton City Excelsior, they'll be pushing all the way as well. In Group C, Avondale, this is the really tight group. Avondale, NWS Spirit leading the way at the moment. I think Avondale will go through, quality side from NPL Victoria, the NPL Victoria reigning premiers. And then in terms of who's going to catch it, who's going to be that other team to go through, I'm going to say maybe Canberra, Croatia from here. There's something about them, watching them play and defeat some big opposition here. Grabbing that win against Preston Lions was huge. So I think that could maybe give them a lot of confidence to push on from here. Maybe they could be that second team to go through from Group C. And then Group D, I think Bayswater City, again, have really impressed in this tournament. So I think they go through. I do believe West Apia will go through, but I tell you what, wouldn't that be huge to see Metro Stars and Sydney United 58 drop out in the group stage of this tournament? I think a lot of people were expecting a lot from those sides as well in this competition. So Group D is looking interesting as well. So plenty of talking points all around the 4 groups here in the Australian Championship. 3 weeks to go in the group stage. Then we are into the knockout phase. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Join the conversation. What have you made of this tournament so far? Who is going to go on and be the successful side to go all the way and win this thing? Join the conversation in the comments. Hit the like button on the way out. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. My name's Lockie. See you in the next one.